Okay. It's in here somewhere. Here it is.
I tiptoe sanity the way gravity's always grabbing me, pulling down on me. Look around and see nothing but a clouded scene surrounding me. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Feels good to be free. Take a look at me, but this book ain't cheap. Can't put that hook in me. Nah. I think outside the box, write what's on my mind a lot. That's how my rhymes hit the spot. Each time I top the last sentence that I drop, but I'm not finishing the job. If this is a gimmick, it's a squash. That's how I'm living, oh my gosh. I'm just joshing, just lost in thought. And let's take it back to square one. I dare some to put out a rare one. I'm just being me, and I really don't care, son. Some say I'm out my mind. I say it's about time. Being a prisoner of mine should be listed as a crime. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind. Please excuse me while I step out for a minute. Hold on please, I need to breathe. Just give me a second. It gets too crowded in my mind, and I need to step out this house of mine. And I said this all 1,000 times, I no longer have a slouch in my spine. So I'm not falling in line, not even stalling this time. I stand tall with this spine, don't need alcohol to feel fine. I'm gonna keep doing my thing and pursuing my dreams with this music scene, giving you the truest me. Escape this captivity and not get trapped back into me. I'm only packing a few things and I'm bringing my family back with me. My hands are free, no longer trapped, you see, no tragedy. Lift this mass to see the sanity that was found in me. Now this rap's complete. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind.
Okay. It's in here somewhere. Here it is.
I tiptoe sanity the way gravity's always grabbing me, pulling down on me. Look around and see nothing but a clouded scene surrounding me. Same thing, same thing, same thing. Feels good to be free. Take a look at me, but this book ain't cheap. Can't put that hook in me. Nah. I think outside the box, write what's on my mind a lot. That's how my rhymes hit the spot. Each time I top the last sentence that I drop, but I'm not finishing the job. If this is a gimmick, it's a squash. That's how I'm living, oh my gosh. I'm just joshing, just lost in thought. And let's take it back to square one. I dare some to put out a rare one. I'm just being me, and I really don't care, son. Some say I'm out my mind. I say it's about time. Being a prisoner of mine should be listed as a crime. It's something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I could go that far. Out of my mind is something I've been feeling for quite some time, but I don't know if I
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everybody. I hope you all are doing well. Whatever time zone you're in, I hope it has been a glorious and wonderful day. I'm back. uh, I took last week off. I wasn't feeling well mentally, and I still don't know why. I was supposed to go do a psych eval this morning, but they canceled on me and rescheduled it for January. So now I've got to wait another month. So I'm still in the dark. Just trying to manage everything. I'd explain it to you guys, but I have no idea. I honestly don't. So I ended up just taking last week off. But yeah, we're gonna hang out today. My announcements for the week are, we're gonna go back to our regular stream schedule. Tuesday and Thursdays will be my writing streams. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Well, Monday and Wednesday will be some kind of gaming stream. I think what I'll end up doing, because I have scheduled Wednesday is going to be Starfield, but I think Mondays is going to be Starfield, and then we'll do something else Wednesday. What that something else is, I don't know. I would like to bring back Lies of P, but I don't think I can handle that currently. So we'll end up probably doing something else for Wednesday. And then, of course, Friday's our double feature. So it'll be double feature Friday. We'll be doing Baldur's Gate 3 with the Bard Friday mornings at... I can't remember if I said it. I think I said it for 8. I think we're going to shoot for 8 a.m. to noon. And then we'll take a break. And then we'll come back at 4 p.m. to do Dungeons and Dragons with both Roro's campaign and Tim's campaign. So that's what the schedule is going to be like moving forward until we beat Baldur's Gate and Starfield, and then whatever the third game is that I pick for the week. Wednesday may just be random. I may just do Recom Wednesday as something that'll change throughout every week. So Wednesday may be a different game every week, but I know Starfield and Baldur's Gate are going to be the two games I focus on the most moving forward. And then Saturday, we have a very special stream. This Saturday, it is the Minecraft stream that's going to happen 8 a.m. to noon my time, so that's Mountain Standard Time. And I'm not 100% sure if Space is going to be streaming that Saturday as well. But you might see Space streaming because we are collabing with Space that weekend. And so that's this week for what's going on. And then, of course, next week will be, again, our regular schedule. And I'll let, as soon as I figure out what the Wednesday game's going to be, I'll let everybody know. But as far as I know now, it may be a rotating game. We'll pick a game. I kind of don't want to do that because if I'm going to end up picking a game that's going to be like a story-based game.
Murder.
Speaking of Space, there's Space right there. That murder. Sneaking in here. But yeah, so I'll end up for Wednesday's game. I kind of don't want to do a rotating game because the likelihood is I'll pick a story-based game, and I want it once I start it, I'm gonna want to finish it, and that's kind of why I'm a little reluctant on taking Lies of P out of my stream schedule. Primarily because it is a story-based game. I just don't think I can handle it right now. So I may pick up a different story game, and that'll be our Wednesday game. But that's where we're at. We're gonna get back to working on Bloodrose Chronicles. We didn't make it through the 50K challenge in November. I knew we weren't gonna finish the book, so we'd be working on the book regardless. We did get to 30K last month, so that is a huge accomplishment. That's, I think, the furthest I've gotten aside from finishing. So it is a great achievement. on my end alone. And so we're gonna get back to working on it. We're working on chapter 7 this evening. We'll probably work on it tonight and Thursday. But keep in mind, I do work on these things off stream. So a lot of the times, I'll be working on chapter 7 now, and then come Thursday, I'll already have chapter 7, 8, and 9 done by the time we come back Thursday. So, beep boop. Thank you for the lurk, Atlas. Space, I hope you're doing well. 1-2, I hope you are doing well. Bat Dark Lady Vampire, I appreciate you guys coming in and hanging out and dropping them lurks. Same thing with Holy. Right out the gate. I do need to get some first, second, and third redeems made up eventually. So I do appreciate everybody coming in and supporting the stream even after my long break. I guess it wasn't that long. It was kind of short in comparison to most breaks that I've seen taken or I have taken from stuff. The Avatar. Okay, so Space, I'm not that big into the Avatar series like that. Like, the movies were okay. And I did enjoy. I don't see myself putting in the money to do that kind of content. Or watching the movie. Like, I didn't really want to spend the, $60 I think it cost us to go see the movie. It was ridiculous. Thank you for the level up. And yet, let's see. Hang on. I hope you're feeling better. I am feeling a bit better. Again, I don't know what the hell's going on with me, so I can't explain yes, no, or otherwise. It's hard to put it into words, especially because I don't understand what is going on. Strix, let's see. Yo, I'm about to grab a quick dinner, but wanted to show love and wish you a good writing stream. I appreciate that, Strix. Thank you so much for coming in and dropping that time. Let's see. I feel like I'm missing something. I feel like I need to move my camera to the other monitor because that's where I watch you guys at. But like, if I'm doing something on this monitor, like you guys are seeing me stare off to the side, which happens a lot because I'm always looking at that monitor where chat sits at. That's why I missed having everything centered here, and I would end up having to look over one way or the other anyway. But it's okay, it's fine. So let me see. We're gonna go ahead and change over to this screen, and then I gotta get everything set up. Close this out. Main display. Device not connected. That's interesting. All right, there we go. You know what I will do though, since so you guys don't see my start bar here. Let me add a new window. No, not window. Oh yeah, no, it is window capture. We're gonna call this one Weird Happy Bob. I hope you're doing well, Happy Bob. I appreciate you. Thank you for giving Happy Bob that shout out. Let's see. Match title, otherwise same executable. Thank you for giving the ooh redeem. That's my wife in my ear when she says that. Okay, so now I gotta shrink you down. Murder, murder, murder. Space, did we ever change that over? Did you ever make that a sound alert of you doing it? I don't think I made that sound. Okay. I wasn't sure if you had or not. So I'm going to take this portion of it out. And then we can break this up. And then that way you guys are seeing only what's being written and you're not seeing like all the headers and stuff. Although it looks kind of funny now that I've stretched it out like that. Let me see here. Yeah, no, we're gonna fix that because it ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Also, rar sound alert. Ooh, nice. Appreciate the lurk, Fox. Appreciate you so much. Not much signal. We'll probably fall back asleep soon, but I made it. Yay! Welcome in, Zansu. I hope you're doing well. I hope work's going great. We are on for this Saturday, right, Zansu? Are we D&Ding this Saturday? Or I haven't been able to keep up with Discord much lately because I've kind of been out of it. All right. So the last chapter I worked on was Bobby's, and I will say that for those of you that are reading this for me, or doing the beta read for me, there is a lot of. Are they trigger warnings? No, I mean I guess they kind of are. There's a lot of spicy um, content towards the end of this chapter. I mean it's not very detailed. It's heavily implicated though. So if you are beta testing or beta test reading this for me, bear that in mind. That chapter 6 is heavily implied, which is why I'm kind of glad I did this one off stream. uh, so far, we'll have to go without Jade though at first. Okay. Um, I don't think, as far as I could tell from what we've done and what is left to be done, again, I'm only assuming. I don't know what's left to be done for this um, act, but I think that's not too tremendously bad because we got past that one critical point that needed to have all the players there for it. Um, so yeah, I believe that moving forward, I think one of us being absent, even if it's only partially, I don't think it'll be too critical. I mean, there is still, I think a lot of it's going to be mostly story from here towards the end of this act, if I'm not correct, or if I'm not mistaken by my assumption. Um, okay. So here we have chapter 7. We're getting into Memphis and Mephisto's little introduction on on their side because as we've been informed with Alistair's chapter, I believe that was chapter 2. Yeah, in chapter 2 he discusses that there is a war brewing, and so in chapter 7 we get to see the that side of the war, which is the opposing faction, which is the prince of um, the frontier, Memphis, and then the prince of the Midwest, Mephisto. They're discussing steps going forward, and basically, before I start writing it, because as I write it, the idea for it. So when I plotted all these chapters out, I plot out the idea on the direction I want to go with the story, And a lot of times what ends up happening is that direction kind of shifts as I start writing it. And so a lot of the times what usually ends up happening is I'll evolve my idea into a newer, different creature. But the idea for this chapter is Memphis isn't really interested in going into the same ideology that Mephisto is, and they're brothers, biological brothers. They were turned by two different vampires millennia ago. They're both really old in comparison. They're not quite as old as Alistair, but they're close. I want to say that there's only like maybe a couple hundred years difference between the three vampires. And so with Memphis, he's just, yes, it's a vampire story. There's vampires, werewolves, hunters. This book is heavily influenced by White Wolf's World of Darkness series. And so there's a lot of similarities between this book and the White Wolf stuff. Let's see. There is one part I'll cut off at and will not continue without everyone present in this chapter. Okay. That makes sense, Sensu. Mustang! How you doing? I enjoyed dinner the other night, by the way. Oh, so I got a story to tell you now that Mustang's here. So we have we had Mustang Unicorn and her family over for dinner the other night, and we're all standing around talking, and I'm sitting there, I was talking to Uni and her husband, and then all of a sudden I feel this headbutt up against my butt cheek. And I was like, oh shit, I just got headbutted by a small one, because it's her daughter. It's baby Uni. And so okay, I was gonna tell this story the next day, but I ended up not streaming that day. So, but yeah, I have a guy Nova. Hi. So yeah, so I feel baby Uni headbutt my butt cheek, and so I'm laughing, and mind you, I ended up dying. Like I couldn't breathe, because Unicorn's husband's all like, did you really just kiss his butt? So I had a baby Uni kiss my butt and then run off. It was so hilarious. Like I couldn't breathe. I was laughing so hard. But yeah, so that's the funny story I had from dinner the other night with Mustang Unicorn and her family. It was such a good time. We had such a good blast. We had or yeah, good time. We had gumbo that night. It was so delicious. Um, yeah, literally kissed my butt and then ran off. And you guys gobbled that freaking whatever that stuff was Rowan made. You guys are like devouring that shit. It from what I understand, it was super sweet because my wife, she barely finished hers. I there was no way I would have been able to do it. I probably would have been sick to my stomach from all the sugar and sweetness. It's like a Mississippi mud. That's what it reminded me of too. When after you mentioned it, I was like, yeah, you're right. It does look like a Mississippi mud almost. You grab a bottle of water. Um. So now that the embarrassing story is over, we'll go back to this one. So yeah, Memphis and Mephisto are on a rooftop in this scene or in this chapter, and they're discussing their future plans. Memphis has no interest. Been a lot of different things in his long life, and he doesn't care. anymore. The princedom that he has with the frontier, while in size comparison compared to the other princes of the United States, he is probably one of the biggest, um, as far as like all the vampires that he rules in his region. Um, but he also doesn't care about the political side of everything that goes on with the vampires and the masquerade, and the laws that govern all vampires across the world. And so he just wants to keep to himself, protect his people, and stuff like that. But Mephisto being his brother, and he definitely has or little brother, he definitely has a soft spot for his brother and his ambitions, even if he doesn't care too much about the ambitions themselves. But when Mephisto brings to his attention that he would like to rule the world, Memphis is like, well, as long as you leave my corner out of it, I don't care. He's like, do what you want, kind of idea to it. And then that's when they learn of the assassination attempt that's going to take place on Mephisto's life. And that's when Memphis goes, all right, I'm in. Because now he's got to protect his little brother from, everybody that's trying to take him out for his, his ambition. Let's see. Heads up, we're about to do dinner thing currently, so heads up. Oh wait, are we doing dinner here? Enjoy your dinner, Space. Appreciate you. Where have you been? I missed you. I missed you guys too. So, I said this a little bit earlier. I'm scrolling up to make sure I didn't um miss anything. But yeah, I ended up taking last week off because I wasn't doing too well mentally. Physically, I'm fine. I don't think I was sick, but yeah, I ended up taking a week off to I don't know, try to figure out what the hell was going on. I still haven't figured it out. I was supposed to have a psych eval this morning, but they canceled on me until January. And so I won't know until I actually get to do the psych eval. Um, Hopefully one of these days they'll stop pushing me off to the side, and I can get that stuff figured out and discovered and go from there, and maybe hopefully be able to handle it a little bit better, or a little bit better. Because unless I understand it, I have no way to figure it out. Ooh, I dropped my chili. My daughter gave me this pin. It's a chili pepper, and I was sitting here fiddling with it while I was talking. Kevin, what's up, buddy? I hope you're doing well. What is that game? That doesn't look like Fortnite. Is that Call of Duty? Are you playing Call of Duty? No, that's not Call of Duty because I just cause chaos to bring joy to my life. Yeah, that's that's one way to do it. I love. Oh, it's Apex. Okay, that's why I didn't really recognize it. I hardly ever. I think I played Apex one time, and I was like, no, this game's dumb. I'm done playing it. um, this weekend I will be, hopefully. I still have to order one, but hopefully I'll be sending some stuff out this weekend. Um, they used to be his jam. Nice. Yeah, a lot of people like Apex. I'm just not a big fan of that style of game. Like Farlight's the closest Um, the closest game that I've played to that genre of style and or that genre of game, and even Farlight, I think I can only really play it with certain people. Like by myself, I get bored and I don't enjoy the game. Um, so like, and that's a lot of games for me. I can't enjoy them unless I'm playing with a certain amount of people, or the certain collection of people. Like for instance, League of Legends. I despise League of Legends. I hate the game throughout. Right, like I don't even like watching people play the game, and it's just that community is just so terrible that it's like you can't enjoy it. Like I don't know how a lot of people enjoy the game, um, unless we're playing customs. Um, and I when I say custom, like I mean both squads are just a collection of friends. Like we've had 5v5 with just friends. So you got friends on one side, friends on the other side, and we're just duking it out, having fun. And that's the only time I've ever played League of Legends is doing like so. I have no idea what I'm doing when I'm playing League of Legends, and so like I definitely do get to enjoy it more because everybody understands I don't play League, and they understand that I have no freaking clue what I'm doing. So like a lot of the times my team helps me understand what I need to be doing, and then of course there's the times that I get to pick on my friends on the opposite team because I'll end up with a character that is really good if you know how to play it, and then I get the people that have been playing the game for years and who are telling me how to play the character, and I'll be like, perfect, let's do it, and then I go and have fun picking on my friends. Um, but yeah, no, I have to be for certain games like that. I have to be with the right people. Yeah, pew pew with a story like Borderlands is a good example of pew pews with a storyline. Like those are a lot of fun. Call of Duty used to be really fun. Um, there it is. Call of Duty used to be a lot of fun. Uh, back in the day when it was they had a story based on it, but now that it's mostly just multiplayer anymore, it's not enjoyable anymore. Appreciate you, Holy. I hope you're doing well. If you guys don't know who Holy is and you don't have that heart fill in that heart. Holy is a great guy. He's a lot of fun to go in and hang out with. Um, but yeah, no, he's super sweet, awesome, very caring about his community, and he takes his time out to get to know everybody in his community. He's great. Return fire with the shout out, yes sir. But yeah, no, yeah, definitely give Holy a follow if you're not following him already. He's such a great guy. I try to lurk in his streams like nonstop. Anytime I see him come on, I'm like instant. I'm gonna pull up a tab. I'm gonna get him going. Um, yeah, it's definitely something I try to make sure I have a tab up for him at all times. Let's see. Okay, to make sure I didn't get anything on Discord. All right, so I've talked about the direction we're going with this story, so we're gonna try ahead and get this right and going. Bring up my notes real quick. Yeah, I'm feeling better, I guess, in the sense. Like again, like I said, I don't really understand it or know how to explain it. Stop. Okay, we're just gonna close it. I don't know how to explain it, so I can't with 100% uh certainty say that I am doing better, but because I don't know what's wrong. So it's but I'm also not into that same feeling where I just don't want to do anything at all. Uh, like I literally all I did last week was play Baldur's Gate from beginning to end on one character. Um, and yes, I did beat it. I finished it last night. Um, so I now know everything that happens. Well, I know one um, variation of everything that happens in the game. There's so many different variations of the ending, as well as variations of like key points in the game itself. Like I think the only thing that really doesn't have much changes are like certain side quests. They all end the same. Um, no, that's not true because there's a lot of side quests that have multiple endings on their own. Um, so like a lot of the battles, your linear path on how you get there, those are all the same. But yeah, no, the game has so many different possibilities to it that I can play it on my bard and find new things to do and check out. But my playthrough that I did off stream and solo was a very overpowered build, and therefore I kind of just like skated through the entire thing. So with my bard, I'm actually gonna have to do work. Like I'm gonna have to put in work on my bard. Um, so I probably will see a different outcome with my bard um, when we get back to it. But it's gonna take us some time. Like I think I ended up putting in like 115 hours into into Baldur's Gate 3 for that playthrough. And so yeah, if we're gonna do everything that we possibly can in um, the Bards campaign, then it's gonna take some time. Enjoy the lurk, Nova. I appreciate you. I hope your work day is going great, and I hope it ends soon. All right, so yeah, I got my notes up. Make some adjustments within my notes. Okay, there we go. So okay, um, I still don't know how I'll play in my single player file. So I guess a good way to start is so I ended up with like close to 15 characters, I think, for Baldur's Gate. So I have like a handful of different good guys, quote unquote, and then like a handful of bad guys, quote unquote, and then like I plan on doing the origin campaigns. So like you have Lizelle, Shadowheart, Will, Gale. So I want to do all theirs, and then I have a Dark Urge campaign that I want to do. I think the next one, or one that I plan on streaming eventually, will be with Rowan because Rowan wants to do a Dark Urge run through. I will probably end up doing a um, villainous character that goes full Illithid. Um, so I'll probably end up doing that for my playthrough with him. But yeah, so on your single player file, um, you could, like I said, you can go multiple different routes. Um, I do know that there will be a lot of choices that you'll end up making, that you'll end up either saying, okay, that's where I'm going to make that decision, or you'll end up reloading, because there's like a lot of decisions that I made in my last playthrough where I beat the game. I ended up going back and remaking certain decisions. I do know for our multiplayer file, for the tabletop crew, I will be playing a paladin. Yep, I will be playing a paladin. Look at Discord earlier. See the chaos I did at work. Okay, at your Discord or mine? Pull it up real quick. Think I'll be green. You think you'll be green? Like a green character? Are you gonna go ranger or druid? Oh, green from guilds. Okay. I don't think I recognize who green is. Oh, the L addicted rogue. That'd be cool. Ooh, Fox got up to level 27. Appreciate that, Fox, for all the time you spent here. I'm gonna try to lurk until I either fall back asleep or my battery dies on my phone. Appreciate the lurk there, Zansu. Hope you do get some more rest before work. Oh, nice. Off tonight. Heck yeah. Vacation time. Oh shoot. Water. Oh shoot. Water likes fanfic raid. Oh, that's great. What up, Wada? I hope the rest of your stream went well. And you got your base figured out. Appreciate you coming in with that raid, buddy. Let's see. I said fanfic at first. Figured out the base issue. Yeah, hell yeah. I'm glad you figured that out. Technically, I guess you could consider it a fanfic. Considering it's heavily based off of White Wolf's World of Darkness series. So I guess technically it would be a fanfic, right? Except for it's not like most fanfics. This one's going to be probably about 100,000 words. Um, So it might be in the 100K range when I'm done with it. So I take the entirety of the World of Darkness series. That's including Changeling and Demon and Mage. And so like all of the base games from everything that's in World of Darkness, I kind of take all of that and blend it together into one story. A lot of what I use is like their lore, so like how the Camarilla run their empire, the way the packs and cairns run, and then how hunters kind of faction out. So that's I use a lot of that in this story. Thank you for giving Water that shout out. And Ulti's great. If you guys don't know Ulti, y'all need to follow Ulti. They're a peach. Ulti's amazing. So is Wada. I love them both. We need to come up with our streams together. Yes, yes, we do. We will get to that eventually. um, when I can't tell you when because I have no idea. But yeah, so this book is heavily influenced by White Wolf, and their World of Darkness stuff. It even includes, so I don't know how much you're familiar with the World of Darkness stuff, Wada and Ulti, but it even includes the Exalted. So they're mentioned in a few of the chapters. Because I know a lot of people they're very unfamiliar with uh the World of Darkness stuff. At least a lot of the people I've met are very unfamiliar with the world. Like anytime I bring up World of Darkness, they're like, "What's that?" I'm like, "It's amazing. I wish I could freaking." I'm actually jealous, Wada, because like I've been wanting to do a werewolf or any of the World of Darkness stuff for a long time, but unfortunately, like I don't know a lot of people that want to play it. Um, so it's mostly this is it. This has been my dream right here is to write this book. Um, and I want to be a player though. Like I could probably get people who would be interested in playing it. The problem is I would be the only one capable of DMing it or remotely capable of DMing it. Whereas like anybody else I know, they wouldn't even know how to begin DMing this. Exalted is yes. Yes, Exalted is freaking like I have another book. It's called Exalted Conspiracy, and yeah, it's literally the Exalted campaign that I want to run. That's what that book is for. But yeah, I've never gotten to play any of the World of Darkness tabletop stuff. I've only gotten to write story ideas. That's about that's about it. But yeah, okay. So I know a lot of your community knows me already, but for those of you that aren't familiar with who I am, my name is Decayed Chaos. I'm a variety streamer here on Twitch. I play various different games from first-person shooters to tactical RPGs. I'm also an internationally published author, and from time to time I do writing streams, and that's basically what we're working on here. So Tuesday and Thursdays are my writing days. This particular book was part of the NaNoWriMo for this year and we only made it to about 30,000 words before the month of November ended. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish that up. I mean, I'm only still on starting chapter 7, and we're already 30K in. So, um, yeah, there's still a lot more to go for this book. I have 17 chapters. You guys can see it right there on the side. That I still have I have 17 chapters in total. So I still have 10 more after this one to write. It's okay too. World of Darkness is written for stories like the Mind's Eye Theater series they did had. Oh yeah, that series is fucking amazing. I love that series. But yeah, no, that's literally why I started writing certain ideas. Like this one is a blend of the entire World of Darkness saga or world that they've created, whereas like Exalted is strictly Exalted. But it also takes place in a different time, whereas this one's more modernized, um, a little bit more ahead in the future than we are. I think I set this one for like 2030 something. But yeah, I do have some cameos from the Exalted story I'm writing that do take place in here, but you wouldn't know that they're cameos until you've read the Exalted story that I have yet to finish writing. So it's funny because I'll end up writing this one. This one will get published, and then I'll go and write the Exalted story, and then people will go, "Oh my god, that's from the Bloodrose Chronicles!" Ah. That is, I if I ever get a group of people that like read my stuff regularly, uh, I think out of my entire career, I think I've only got like maybe 100 readers, if that. I mean, let's just. I say I only have 100 readers, but 100 readers is better than none. So I'm not doing too bad, I guess you could say. Although my reader count has increased over the past few months. Let's see, being known for that and people like able to ID the story. Yeah, yeah, especially like with this particular one and Exalted, the Exalted story I plan on writing, for people to pick out the nuances of World of Darkness inside my book, I think is just going to be amazing altogether. Like my last book, The Inheritance of Chaos, is heavily influenced by Dungeons and Dragons. Um, like literally, like it's a Dungeons and Dragons book, just not official material. Uh, but yeah, no, it's pretty cool. Like everybody's all like, "Oh yeah, you're doing this and that inside of one of the biggest continents of the Forgotten Realms," and so yeah, a lot of people can pick up some of the nuances that I put inside my story with the Inheritance of Chaos. So I think that's pretty cool. So yes and no. So if you look up at the top right above my head, it says semi chaotic publishing. Yes, that is a semi truck, which is why it's semi chaotic. Semi chaotic publishing. That's the publishing company I started back in 2020 when I decided that I was going to publish my own stuff. So yes, I do self publish, but I am also under a publishing company at the same time. I do all my own work. My wife helps with the editing, Prisms. She helps with the editing. I hire people to do covers for me. This particular cover, let me pull it up real quick for you guys. Um, this particular cover is designed by not only myself, but my oldest daughter as well. She helped me design the cover of this book. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, so I got that up. Let me do real quick. I need you to sit away for a second. There we go. Okay. So here's the cover for the book right here. So yeah, so this is the cover for this book, and it was designed by um myself. Like I did the bookshelves here. I drew those out, on Photoshop. And then the table I drew out. And then I did the text and stuff. My daughter, however, did the skull that sits here, and as well as this skull that sits here. So my oldest daughter did that. And yes, to further answer that question, I do publish on Amazon. Um, I think I'm on Barnes and Noble too, but don't quote me on that. I don't know if I ever actually finished all the stuff to go onto Barnes and Noble. Um, Kevin, we'll talk about that later, bud. But yeah, so that particular cover was designed by me and my daughter. Um, but a lot of the times, like my other covers, let me pull up my other covers. I've had designed by other people. Let's see. They're gonna be in this folder, and then so okay, so of course there's an ad. There's always an ad. I didn't even get a note or an option to suspend that ad. Uno momento, por favor. So this is the other cover, and I'm gonna wait for the ads to end um, before I talk about this cover real quick. We're almost there. It's 15 seconds left. Boom, 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 boom. All right. As far as I can tell, everybody's back from ads because the little timer said that we're all done. Yay, we're back. Okay, so this cover here, this one I designed myself. This one is completely 100% me. This book is no longer um, in uh, in circulation anymore because when I wrote this book, it was the first time I put a deadline on myself, and as soon as I hit that deadline, I had 60,000 words written for the book, and so I figured that was good enough. And it was only half of it. So I did a part one and I was going to do a part two. So I ended up pulling the book back off so I could finish this book. But this is my Urban Legends Online series. It's a 21 book series with a bunch of novelettes attached to it. And so this is the cover I did for that. Um, and eventually I will get back to doing this series again. Probably, after I get a few more one-offs completed. But yeah, that's the cover I did for this one. And then I had done, backtrack a bit. So I had this one done. Come on, open up. So I had done this one. I have more covers that I've had done. So I did this one for my Rogues and Kings book that's out on Kindle, and then I made this one for the audiobook that's out on Audible. So this is the only one I have an audiobook of, because getting audiobooks done is expensive. On average, I think I'll pay roughly about $120 per hour of a book. And this one we ended up doing because it was only an hour long to read, cover to cover. And so we did this one first. But CJ McAllister here is a freaking a phenomenal narrator. And he's the one that did the reading for me on that one. So I had that one done, or I had done that one myself. Let's see, where's my other covers? Oh no. Oh, okay, here we go. So here's the one I had commission done for the Rapture of Witchcraft in the Urban Legends Online series. Um, this one is a character short story. Basically, it's a novelette. It's only 10,000, maybe 11,000 words. And this one is based off of one of the characters inside the main Urban Legends Online series. And so I had this one commissioned done. I had this one commissioned done. And then I had this one commissioned done. I haven't done the title and stuff for this one yet, but this is the art that I had done for it. All right. So there we go. Okay. But yeah, so those are most of the covers I've had done. The other one that I did, I need to have redone because it's copyrighted material, and I need to get rid of it because of the fact that I wasn't expecting to actually be able to publish that book until I got permission from Wizards of the Coast to go ahead and go full throttle with it and be able to make profit off the book itself. Um, so I'm currently working on trying to save up the money to commission somebody to redo the cover for me. But yeah, there is a link tree link I think in my bio. If you guys are interested in getting my books, um, let me see. What the hell is it? I don't think I have. Do I have? No, I don't have it set up yet. But you can go to my website. Uh, so you can go to the website there, and that'll or take you to where all my books are located at. Uh, or at least the ones I have published on Amazon. I know it's easier to find it that way than it is to like Google TJ Warren on Amazon. Um, but I believe all my links are in my panels and stuff below. Lost my train of thought. uh, Cred. All right. All right, Wada, get some rest. I hope you have a good one. Appreciate you for coming in, dropping that raid. I appreciate it so much. It made my day. Because it's my first day back from my break, and so it means a lot to me. I hope you get a lot of good sleep, and we'll see you around, bud. I'm always in your streams, so yeah, I'll definitely be seeing you. Night, Wada. Oh, you know what I'm missing? I know what I'm missing. I'm missing music. Let's see. Wait, my birthday? No, it's not my birthday. My birthday um ain't till September. Um, what I think I said was, I will see you before you see me. I don't know. What were we talking about? I know I said I was missing some music. No, you're not dumb, Wada. You probably just heard me say something and thought it sounded like birthday. I don't know. I honestly don't even know what the hell I said that would construed birthday. Night, Wada. Sleep well, bud. Ooh, Otto got a level up. Look at that. Gotta love ads. Night, Zansu. I hope you have a good sleep, bud. Appreciate you. Yeah, I do need to change it. It's not what I was expecting it to be either. You try this one. Kind of dig that a little bit better. Yeah, well, it so my music choices or my music preferences when I'm writing will vary between scenes. This is a more heavier scene than the lighter stuff that I was writing with a few of the other chapters. Um, so it calls for a little bit heavier kind of melody and beat. Usually I do hip hop stuff when I'm writing like fight scenes because it helps me keep that rhythm and tempo. That because fighting's just like a dance. There's rhythm and tempo that needs to be there. Let's see. My brain finally came off its writer's block, and Nonya and I have gotten a little over halfway through the war. Frickin' finally, 100% of my fault. Yeah. Caleb had badass madman murder scene, which I guess doesn't count as our usual definition of murder because the dude actually dies, but he killed the guy with music and hallucinations. Oh wow. My Explorer crashed again. How you gonna shout me out in my own stream, Blue? What up, Blue? Hope you're doing well, bud. Apparently, if you're not following me, according to Blue, you need to be following me because I'm so cute. I appreciate that. Thank you, Space. Yes, them's the rules. Oh, I gotta drink some water according to one too. Posture has been checked. When's your next stream, Blue? We'll see who's pew pewing then. Uh-oh. They're getting at it in here. Blue's currently in here causing chaos, yeah. Somewhat. One's getting on it too. There it is. Big shout out for Blue. If you guys aren't following Blue and that heart's empty, fill that heart in. You guys won't regret it. Trust me. Matter of fact, Pew pew, motherfucker. Let's see. In a bed, and the warm blankets won't let me go, so I'll pass for the night. But thank you. You got this, Crow. Cozy blankets. We got a level up. A dash and nerd hit level 49. Let's go. Thank you for the alert, Jade. Appreciate you so much. What's your thoughts as to writing? As you're writing this, I'm thinking I need to use the restroom really bad, and I'm glad that I'm about to end stream in about 6 minutes. uh, but as to what I'm thinking, I've a lot of it I've already thought of. Um, how the scenes would play out in my head, and it's mostly just translating my thoughts and images of the story and it unfolding onto paper. Yeah, many of my books and stories I've already thought of, dreamed of, envisioned at some point or another in their conception, and a lot of it's pretty much written down already, just in a very 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 short form of it. And then at that point, it's just telling the scene in more vivid detail and giving some more backstory to the characters themselves that are being talked about. Thank you for giving GameStop guy that shout out. Appreciate it. How you been, GameStop guy? How's things? Indeed. Ooh, all the pages over here. Yeah, words are going well. All right. So I didn't manage to get this chapter finished tonight. We're 1700 in. Yeah, I still got a lot. I got to go back and add some stuff into the earlier bits of the chapter, and I still got Memphis's side of the story to tell for this chapter. So we still got some more to go with this one. I'll work on it some more. Maybe I'll save it for next stream, or we'll probably be on to chapter 9 by next stream. But in the meantime, let me go ahead and close this document out. Switch scenes real quick. Close everything out. Get ready to end stream, which is good because that ad just finished. So this would be a good time to go ahead and start wrapping stream up while we're not being harassed by the ads. I don't know what the hell's going on with the ads. They're I'm getting ads way too frequently now. I'll have to sit there and play around with the ads and figure out what the heck's going on with all that. Let's see. I've got. What are you playing? You're playing Persona 5 Tactica. I had a few people up already that I was kind of lurking in. You know what? I know who we're gonna raid. Okay, we're gonna go raid Mustang Unicorn. So that's who we're gonna raid. She's an amazing human being, full of love, full of laughter and kindness. So I think it'll be fitting to go in and raid her channel. But yeah, thank you everybody for coming in, hanging out. I appreciate everybody that stopped the raid. Wada, I appreciate you so much for giving that raid. I know you're asleep now, but I appreciate you so much. I hope everybody has an amazing night. Thank you all for coming and joining me for my first day back from my break. You guys are amazing. I love you all. And I hope you all have a wonderful night. I will see you guys again tomorrow night with some Starfield. So grab your raid messages. If you're subbed to the channel, grab the first one or the second one. If you're not subbed to the channel, grab this first one. Okay, yeah, something like that. Grab a message. We're gonna go raid and we're gonna show Uni some chaotic love. But yeah, love you guys. Have a great night.